Yo, we are back from the leagues. We played about, I guess, 6 weeks of it, so it's been quite some time since I started working on the group Ironman progression again. But we are back and in its stride. We are working on our Agi in our solo time. And whenever we can, we are getting some raids in with some of the clanners. So that's what we're doing right now. But yeah, excited to be back. Very motivated to start working towards max, while also potentially working towards getting some purples. And who knows, maybe one of those purples has a shadow in my name. That would be fucking amazing. But yeah, hyped to be back. I got dragon rank, which was kind of like it wasn't like the goal of the leagues. Definitely the goal was to have fun, but at the same time, last year's leagues I got dragon, so I'd like to keep up that tradition of getting at least dragon rank every time I play on the leagues or any new leagues that comes out. So yeah, had a absolute blast there, and some of the builds were just absolutely bonkers. I think the most broken build was definitely the Water Thorns recoil build, but I think I had the most fun with the blind bag build. That was so much fun. So yeah. Dragon rank achieved. I'm going to show some screenshots of just like some of my stats, as I didn't really record that many clips. That was not my intention when going into the leagues. I usually use the leagues as like a way of like almost like a break from making the videos. Not that I need them, but it's nice to step away from your videos for a while and then, like come back super motivated. So yeah, let's get into some raids. Let's get into some Agi training. Yeah, super pumped. Coming back to TOA felt a little bit weird. I was definitely very rusty, but yeah, it's still like a fun enough raid for me. I find it hard to do a lot of raids every single day nowadays. Just the time investment alone, I'd rather be doing like a solo boss, which is like kind of more, you can just jump right in and kill the boss. Meanwhile, raids is always about kind of killing multiple bosses and then killing the final boss at the end, which is just like a much longer time spent. But raids are always very fun with groups, so I'll definitely be trying to fit in a lot of solo raids, but mostly if the clan is running some TOAs, I'm definitely going to try jump on board, and that'll be the times when you see some raids, specifically TOA in the clips. I do want to be moving on to Chambers as Eric, but I'll need to find a dedicated group for that too. We are now moving on to a new quest that came out, and it was just after the leagues that this came out. It's called the Red Reef, and it is a continuation of the Tortugan quests, which I guess is kind of the main quest line of expanding the sailing kind of expansion and the sailing lore in the game. So this was a very, very quick and very, very easy quest, but it's nice to see that the quest line is slowly progressing to maybe in the future eventually having like a Grandmaster-esque quest attached to it. That would be pretty cool. Not much to say about this quest for now until I get back into sailing, and there's some big sailing changes that I will cover in future videos. This is around the time when DMM All Stars was getting started, maybe like a couple of days beforehand, so I was kind of getting hyped for that. And with that, I kind of just said, screw it, like I'll just do agility training the entire time that I'm watching it so that we progress. And yeah, got pretty carried away with it. Right now the current focus is getting to level 90 agility so that we can no longer be at the Relica rooftop course, and the ultimate goal being level 92 so that I can actually do the final floor of the Hallowed Sepulchre, which will drastically increase my XP per hour. So that is the current like short-term goal for agility. Obviously long-term goal being just get to 99, which will take a long time, so it's nice to make these smaller goals in the meantime. And there is 91 agility. So we'll finish this lap off, and I think that's enough skilling for this episode. So we are gonna move on to a bit of PVM and hopefully maybe do some raids. I know what it looks like. This is not PVM, but I just felt the urge to try go for 92 in the end. Just seemed like a good point to leave it off at halfway to 99 agility. Alright, and with that lap, that is 1,111 laps. I think it's going to take about over 9,000 laps to get 99 agi here, but I'm obviously going to be mixing it up with floor 5 Hallowed Sepulchre when I'm not kind of more AFK. So we are currently on set for getting some good agi XP and making our way to 99. Alright, and with that lap, that is 1,304 laps, and as you will see here, that is 92 agility. We have been hard grinding the agility while we've been watching Deadman All-Stars, but level 92 agility, if we go check here, allows me to do floor 5 of the Hallowed Sepulchre. So that's exactly what we'll be doing when we're not AFK. Alright, now with agility out of the way, I decided to hit up the Doom of Macchiato. As I've been here before, I got the Eye of Ayak and the Macchiato Cloth, which turns into the Confliction Gauntlets. But an issue with that is I got those items and I didn't really feel a need to come back to get the final item on the list, which was the Avernic Treads, which are by far the best in slot boots for any attack style you want to be doing. So yeah, I decided now's a good time to come back to this and try aim to get a few glowy holes and see if we can get the Avernic Treads, because that would be a massive upgrade. My last completion of a Delve 8 as well, I struggled big time to actually complete it, so I'm definitely going to warm myself up by claiming at level 7 for a while, but I'm hoping in the future we start getting used to the Delve 8s a bit more and more, and with that hoping to get some actual Delve 8 completions in the process. Ooh baby, we got a glowy hole. It is wave 3 though, which means I don't think it can be the boots. I think it can only be the Ayak or the cloth. But yeah, let's see what we get. And there it is an Eye of Ayak, which is not a bad thing as a duplicate, as I'm pretty sure my teammate Frox does not have an Eye of Ayak. So big DPS upgrade for them, and any duplicates I'm always happy to funnel off to him anyway so that he can kind of progress along with me. Update on some of the stats of my delves, as we as RuneScapers all love a bit of stats. So the main thing to look at here is the total amount of delves and how many later delves that I've done, i.e. how many delve 7s have I completed, which is only 78 delve 7s. With that being said, that amount of delve 7s, I shouldn't have seen as many items as I have. I've seen 3 glowy holes so far, and I should have only seen around 2 with the total delves. So I cannot complain too much, but we continue on until we get these Avernic Treads. I managed to spot an opportunity to get a combat achievement called Mopping Up, where you make the volatile orb here clean up some of the acid, basically. And it needs to clean up 8 tiles of acid. Took some damage for it, but it was worth getting the achievement done, as it's just an easy 6-point task. And after a good few Delve 7s, I've been trying a couple of Delve 8s and definitely dying a lot, but here is my second ever Delve 8 completion, which I'm feeling pretty good about. Didn't get any reward for it, obviously, but the more and more I do Delve 8s, the higher likely it is that I get some glowy holes, so I am delighted with that, and hopefully that is a sign that there will be plenty more Delve 8s to complete, because this was relatively clean compared to the last Delve 8 completion. I'm not really in the mood to do something as intense as Doom or Raids, I am trying to tick away at Slayer, as I will still be hunting for the Imbued Heart, as that is a big Slayer item that I want to get out of the way, and the only way to do it is by killing superior variants of monster. And there's some other drops, like collection log wise, that I still need. I have Arania boots, as Frox gave me a pair of his duplicates, but it would always be nice to get a duplicate, just like these boots right here that I got. But yeah, we will continue to show some bits and bobs of Slayer in between videos, just if anything of noteworthy happens, but most likely it'll be when we get the Imbued Heart drop or something like this with the Arania boots. Alright, coming to the end of the video, so I said I would show off some of the league stuff, and also during the leagues it was my birthday. Obviously I'm finished with the leagues, but Frox came on just to send me a few bonds on the day that the league shop came out. Yeah, so let's showcase some of the league stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I bought that I guess I can't really show off until I get the item, which is kind of funny. There is a Slayer helmet transmog that allows it to look like Oathplate armor, which I don't have yet. I am going to buy all these items because I have more than enough leagues points to buy pretty much everything in the shop. Also, the Soul Reaper axe is another one that we're just going to have to wait until I get the Soul Reaper axe. But here is the Dragon Trophy. Fucking delighted that I grinded for this. Feels really good every time I get the Dragon rank. Yes, this is what the shop looks like. There's actually a transmog for your thralls that make them look like the little demon imps from one of the relics in the leagues, in the demonic pacts. There is also a red skin color, which Frock showed off in that previous clip. I will not be going with the red skin, but I will be buying it as it is a cosmetic, and there's no reason not to really get it, I guess. There's also the Trident of the Swamp ornament kit, which I have the Eye of Iac, so I won't be using this that much, but may as well get it yet again and add it to all of the different cosmetics that we have from all the different leagues. So yeah, feels good. Leagues is finally over, so everyone will be slowly but surely coming back to the game as they take their small break before getting back into it. And we are in full stride going towards maxing. I think we're gonna leave this video here, as I've been trying to really grind and get another glowing hole, hoping that it would be the Avernic Treads. I thought getting the Avernic Treads would be a good way to end this video, but alas, RNG is not on my side. And that's just how the game goes sometimes. Really wanted to get a video out since it's been quite a long time, and I wanted to give an update since we are now after the leagues and also after DMM All-Stars, which was amazing to watch. So I've definitely just kind of been on the back burner a little bit, taking it easy on trying to like grind hard on RuneScape, but we are getting back into it, and I think now would be a good time to end, as in about a week's time the Blood Moon Rises will come out, which is a brand new Grandmaster quest that continues on the Vampirium storyline from Sins of the Father. So very excited for that. A couple of upgrades that I'll be hunting when that comes out. So hopefully next video you will see some content there. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.